It is time for a Q&A.
My name is not Sven, it is Martin, yeah.
So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions, and I thought I would just take out most of them. I got a lot in, so I take them sort of a little randomly. The first question is, what's your favorite life memory so far? Wedding doesn't count. Examining my life. I don't know. I felt pretty good when I graduated from my bachelor's degree and I held a valedictorian speech, which I found out that I was going to do like the night before. That was a pretty cool moment. There are probably cooler ones if I really, go back. But yeah, that would be one. Next one. Did you meet any guy who denied to play language challenge with you for your channel? Surprisingly, very few actually says no. I think I have 3 people out of all the ones I've done. And the most surprising one was actually a Brazilian couple, because we were looking at them, me and my friend Anton, and they were like really like, doing like spexing and stuff. And we were like, oh, this is going to be so easy. And they were like, no. And we were like, that's weird. So most people don't say no. I mean, nowadays it's mostly I plan to meet up with people. I don't hijack people on the streets as much anymore. Although I would say I'm a good, I have a good way of spotting people that I think would enjoy it. If you could meet any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why? You know how they say, don't meet your heroes? I think it would be interesting to meet Edgar Allan Poe and just kind of pick his brain on the stories that he's written. I think John Malkovich would be a similar one for similar reasons, just picking that person's brain. Other than that, maybe So Kazan. Very cool actress. She does really cool films. And she's also one of those person that, it would be interesting to sit down and just have a chat with about, I guess, life. Street interview about elections. I actually did that 4 years ago when I worked at the radio trying to do polls and ask people who they would vote for. And they were like, no. Because in Sweden, people don't, unless you're very much a political person, or if you're young and you're very left, you don't really talk about who you vote for, not publicly. I mean, it's not like in the US when you put up signs in the yard. You would never see that in Sweden. Never. So I think that would just be a very touchy subject. I guess, yeah. How do you know that you've reached your main goal in life, professionally or personally? The way I see it is, if I have a goal, I will make sure to set up a new goal just before I get there, because I don't want to get there and then like, okay, now what? So I kind of set up goals as I go, which means I have these like moments of yeah, but then I'm right after that I'm still on the path towards the next goal, because I think for me that's an important drive, to not have like these are my goals and then what's life going to be after that. Yeah. As an English speaker, Swedish or Norwegian is easier to learn. Linguistically, I don't know, to be honest. But in one way, Norwegian is easier to learn while you're in Norway, because they will not speak English to you. And in Sweden, you have the opposite. People will speak English to you and will not allow you to learn Swedish, which is a common problem for people who come here, because the Swedes finally can make use of their English. And also depends on where in Norway, obviously. So I don't know. Swedish is a bigger language. More people speak Swedish, so maybe the resources, you have more resources with films and popular culture, maybe. Or you can listen to Ole Ivar's songs. What are your headphones playing right now? Well, I think as I was recording that clip on Instagram, I was listening to, it might have been Coldplay. Yeah. Let's say it was Coldplay. What is the best cars company you like, the best people from the world, country, and the best language and the best city? Okay, so I don't have a car myself. I used to drive a Peugeot. I like that car. Let's just say that. And all the car people in the world be like, what? Best people from the world, country. Oh, that is such a strange question, because it all depends on the experience you've had with certain people in certain countries. So I have no idea. I've always had a good time in the Netherlands. So Dutch people? The best language. Oy. I like French. I studied French. I would like to live in France for a certain period so that I can really, really, really pick up the language and become at least, maybe not fluent, but at least, get by. And the best city. I love London. I've always loved London. New York is growing on me, but London is still ahead. London. What would you change about Sweden if you could? The neck position when people walk like this when they look down, because for me the biggest gift to the Swedish culture was the smartphone, because now Swedes have a reason for looking down on their smartphones, because people in Sweden, they don't really look up. They have these crooked necks and walk down. I'm not going to say hi. No, I'm very shy, unless I go on vacation where I get drunk and I get really out there. So I guess that. What is the weirdest item you have bought at a festival? I think at one point at Sweden Rock, I bought this thing that I think it had some kind of control for it, some kind of, I don't know if it was meant to be like a light thing, because it vibrated and stuff. So I don't know. Do you agree that life is about the pursuit of happiness? Yes, yes I do. But then we have to define what happiness means, and that is obviously different for all of us. For me, happiness is, one, obviously being happy myself, two, spreading happiness or spreading well-being to other people, and three, leaving a mark, culturally, socially, or something, making sure that when I leave this planet or this life, that I will have somehow have made some part of it better. So yes. Then we have West Coast or East Coast of Sweden. I grew up in the south, which technically is West Coast, but it's not West Coast as we say in Sweden. And East Coast is very long. So West Coast, my camera turns itself off. That's why there's a jump every now and then. What is the best spot in Stockholm to take a swim? My in-laws' pool. Haven't really been swimming that much in Stockholm, because it's not a very beach. There's not a whole lot of beaches. There's a lot of rock. So I will get back to you on that when I had discovered things. How do you know what you have reached your main goal? Oh, okay, we're already. Nege suti ishop klydyn, milk question in Kazakh language. Got milk? I have no idea what that means. I like milk. Okay. Do you have any tips for language learning? The one tip I always say when people ask me this is to watch films or watch series where they speak the language you want to learn, and watch it both with your subtitles so that you understand what they're saying, but also with the subtitles of the language they're speaking, because then you get intonation, you get how they speak things, pronunciation and stuff like that, and you start to pick things up while you're being entertained. It's like watching my videos. Nailed it. What is your favorite season? I think early fall, because I get really productive and I want to learn things, which is sort of maybe a few weeks away when the leaves start turning red and yellow. Although I like the beginning of every season, like the first snow, the first signs of spring, the first warm day, and the first day of autumn. Jag vill se Gamla stan i sommar. Kan du ta videon? I want to see Old Town this summer. Can you take the video? You should watch my walking down every street and alley in Old Town, because that will give you Old Town. Go watch it right now. What are some Norwegian and Swedish language cognates? I guess that means that they are almost spelled the same and they mean the same. Like ikke in Norwegian, they say they say ikke, we say inte, or they say ikke if they're from western part of Norway. You have not and nat, which is only a T away. But then you have like the false cognates, like rolig, which means funny in Swedish, but means calm in Norwegian and Danish. On the other hand, urolig, unfunny, is actually worried, so calm actually makes sense. I don't know why we say rolig for funny. I have no idea. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Almost 45. I don't plan that far ahead. I totally don't. I hope I'm still free-spirited. I hope I'm still sort of what I am today, but more enriched. Which is your biggest video project right now? Well, either it's the follow-up to the YouTube World project, or it's a animated music video that I've been working on since 2012. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. Lol. What is about Sweden rock that makes you so happy? The music, the bubble, but most of all, the people. The people there. I love the people I work with. I love the people I meet there, the people I get to know there, and the people I see on stage doing amazing shows. So it's the whole package. And vacuum cleaners and Carina. Which is your dream destination? I think I made a good talk video about this. My favorite dream destination is Machu Picchu, Peru. So go watch that good talk video. I will link it in the description and you will see why. Top 5 films. Oh wow, top 5 films. Okay, Shawshank Redemption. Whoa, now I got High Fidelity, of course. Mr. Holland's Opus. One of the Hot Shots films, and Don't be a menace to South Central while Don't be a menace to society while drinking your booze with the. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your booze with the boys in the hood. I know, right? The biggest celeb you've ever met? That would probably be Wayne Gretzky. Yes, back in 1995. Best concert you have been to? I will make a video about that. Someone actually requested that. Well, they actually said top concert at Sweden Rock, but I will probably make a top 10 video of the best concerts I've ever been to. So stay tuned for that later this month. And the final question, what is a good friend to you? I made a video about this as well. For me, it's about a mutual friendship and respect for each other and lifting each other when one of you is not feeling it, and also being there for the happy moment. So it's a mutual respect and unexpected, dropping by or calling just to, check up on you. So those were Q&A questions that you sent me. Thank you so much. Fun. I mean, it's warm in this apartment, but it's nice to hang out with you guys, and it's an interesting challenge. There's one video every day in August. We're almost halfway, and I'm doing because it's kind of stressful, because I don't just want to put up shit. I want to put up something that is actually worth your time watching. So thank you for collaborating with me on this video. There was a new video yesterday, and there will be a new video tomorrow. See you then. Bye.